For House Brown, Coach Jake Fennell, I'm Zach Austin. Got Mathew Crosby here with us today, senior Bearcat. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Mathew.
My name is Mathew Crosby, number 57, and I play left guard.
How long have you been playing football, Mathew?
I actually started in 5th grade over at Ozark, and I played 5th and 6th grade, and when I moved here, I joined 7th grade and have been playing ever since.
Nice. Let's see, what else we got here? So what's your favorite memory from football?
My favorite memory?
Yeah, we can do high school and Little League or junior high.
Even though we lost state game,
Yeah.
just the experience of being there was so incredible in that stadium and everything leading up to it. It was just an incredible experience. I mean, it didn't go the way I wanted, and I'm not satisfied with it, but
Right. But
it was still big.
just to be there, though, that's pretty awesome. Because not many people get to go there.
Mhm.
So, nice. All right, so I'll save that question for later. So Friday, y'all beat Ozark.
Mhm.
Kind of took a little bit to get going, it seemed like, but y'all finally got things going pretty good in the second half. Able to stop them, get a couple more scores, and win. How'd the game go, you think?
It went all right. I feel like we could have absolutely played better, but towards the second half, I mean, no offense to Ozark, I know just about everybody that played over there, but they're not as conditioned as we are, and that's what led to the second half just blowing up. They were a very athletic team, probably the best Ozark team I've ever played against. And I knew it was going to be a close game going into it, and they sure kept it a close game. But towards the end of the second half, they was getting tired.
Yeah. That's good. I know the coaches here, they kind of pride themselves on getting you guys into shape and keeping you in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always good. So what's something good you did Friday? Something that sticks out to you that maybe was a good block or something?
Well, I mean, I was just number 53, the big old boy.
Yeah.
His name's Charlie Vandenberg. I grew up playing baseball with him, so I knew him pretty well, and I caked him one play, and guess he got pretty mad at me, and I got us a 15-yard personal foul on a pretty big third down.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He's a pretty good sized fella too.
He was stout.
Well, that's pretty awesome. That's something that might stick with you for a while.
Sadly, I didn't get a tick or nothing for the cake because there was a flag on the play, but
man.
We'll take it.
Yeah, right. So we got Camden Fairview coming up this Friday, 5A school. What can we expect from them?
They're going to be a very good football team.
Right.
It's going to be a real test of our abilities, and it's going to be a close game. I think they're better than Ozark for sure.
Right.
But I still think we can win.
Yeah,
It's going to be tough, and we're going to have to play dang near perfect, but it's going to be doable.
Right. And
coaches from the start have been saying they're pretty mouthy, according to the other coaches that they've played, which, I mean, that ain't no problem for me. I can deal with it.
Well, that's
give
good.
us a couple extra 15-yarders here and there. I'll take that.
Right. So what's something to expect from y'all guys? What are y'all preparing? I mean,
we're just, we just got to get better overall. We had some missed tackles, had some, missed assignments, had some, people not doing what they're supposed to do. You just got to clean up the little things, like with one of my friends, Sam Hicks. He's a sophomore, and he's very big and pretty athletic. He just needs to get off the ball fast, and I'm just using him as an example.
Right,
there's a lot of people that they just got to get off the ball quicker.
Yeah.
Like, the people who are getting in there on defense and getting reps, which I know they've been working on it, so hopefully it'll improve. I'm sure it will.
Right. It just takes a little bit of time and extra little practice.
There's not really any major thing, just cleaning up the little stuff. Less penalties for sure.
Right.
We had 15 for over 150 yards.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Not very good. That's second most we've had as an organization, and I was also a part of the first most. Just throwing that out there.
Right. Yeah, because that was Mina, if I remember correctly, down there.
Yes, we had, according to Glenn, we had more overall penalty yards in the Ozark game than the Mina game.
Wow. There's quite a bit in that game, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Rod this last week. How has your role changed as a senior compared to sophomore and junior year?
It's been a huge change. I mean, I've been trying to step up, and these younger guys, especially the ones that have just moved in, and we got a new senior, Andrew Tibbetts.
Right.
He's just moved in from Greenwood, and I'd stay help them after practice and stuff with their rules, write it up on the whiteboard and stuff. I mean, I'm just trying to do my best to be a leader.
Right.
I had people that I looked up to, and I'm trying to be one of those guys for these kids, like Johnny Barnes and them.
Yeah.
I looked up to Johnny a lot.
Johnny's a pretty good football player. That's a good guy to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And
I actually, most of my years, I was behind either him or Brett or Mobar.
right.
This is my first year being a true starter. Last year I would rotate in. Sophomore year I didn't really do much.
Right. Well, that's a pretty good group to be behind. I mean, you know, pretty good guys. And I remember you rotating in some last year. One more question, and we'll get you out of here.
All right.
What would you say to younger kids that are wanting to be a Bearcat? What would you tell them?
Well, I mean, it's hard and it's not for everybody. But, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
You just have to get it in your head that you're going to do it and you're going to be the best at what you do, and you got to work for it. And be sure to listen to the coaches, because, there's some kids who think they know what they're doing more than the coaches do, and that's not true. Best way to get better and to, get better as a team is just listen to what coach tells you. Just yes, sir, no, sir, even if you don't agree with it.
Right.
Which, I mean, there's been some times where I didn't agree with some of the coaches' decisions, and it's just yes, sir, and then I go up to him afterwards and be like, all right, well, what's the thought process here?
Right.
But you got to be respectful.
Yeah.
That's the big one. To not just the coaches, but everybody in the community. The community does so much for this team. You have to be respectful to everybody. Right. It's the only way to pay it back to them.
Nice. I like that. That's a good answer. I guess that's really about it, unless, Mathew, you got anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Hey, y'all come out. Y'all support these guys Friday. First home game of the year. Mathew Crosby, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, got the head man himself, Coach Crowley. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
And we'll just get started, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
So, game one in the books. You won 48-35.
Yeah.
Beat Ozark, and you're 4-0 now against Ozark. I saw Glenn post the other day, so that's pretty good for you and the coaches.
Yeah, man. Anytime you can beat Ozark, it's a good day. It's a good day. But to do it like we did, like I told you last week, we didn't really know what to expect, and then to be down and really not looking good there late in the fourth quarter, and then for us to respond and come out on top was really, really good.
Right. I talked to Mathew. It kind of seemed like it took a little bit, but you got three new sophomores, and a couple guys, starting. They didn't start last year on offense and mixed in on defense as well. But y'all finally got stuff going in the second half, able to stomp them and score and go up and hold them. What's some things? I mean, I've got wrote here. We had around 340 yards rushing, and then 50 yards passing, and a total of almost 400 yards of offense. Is that something we can see every week from y'all?
Yeah, we would. We with the way the Jace has the capability to throw the ball really well, and we've really been working hard on our play action pass game. And with Rylan and Dax, we feel like they can open that up for us. And in Jace, just the exact opposite, with him being able to throw the ball, open that run game up for them too.
Right.
And Connor, Connor did a tremendous job the other night as a sophomore. Had a big touchdown run there and blocked maybe better than he graded out, just as good as any A-back we've had in a long time blocking wise. So that was great to have. And but yeah, I think we'd like to see that number, that rushing number stay around 300, but that passing number be more around 100, just a little bit over. So something we're going to continue to work on, and we know that needs to be a point of emphasis moving forward.
Right. Defense, I thought the defense did pretty good as far as stopping Wilbanks first half, and he got going in the second half, but to kind of keep an athlete like him contained all game is relatively hard to do, I would think.
Yeah, definitely. He's a player, man. You know going into it, and the kid's going to be good, but when you just don't know until you see it, live. And he's a heck of a competitor, and did a great job. And a couple of those scores were kind of we got off the field on defense and had the roughing the punter call, and they scored on that possession, and had a couple PIs that we were in great position. We just don't turn and look for the ball, and that led to scores and little things. I think that game could have. Feel like we could have held them to maybe 2 scores less than what we gave up easily if just we do a few things different. But all in all, we knew we'd struggle a little bit defensively with 4 or 5 sophomores on the field at the same time, and they just got to learn on the fly and continue to grow.
Right. So coming to town this week, we got Camden Fairview. How'd that game come about for the ones that don't know?
Well, Dollar Way had canceled their football season and their athletic program and consolidating with Pine Bluff High, and we found that out late in the spring, and there were a couple options, like 3 options. It was either not play Camden Fairview, or play Malvern. So it's pick pick which one you want to play.
Right.
So we're not ever not going to play a game.
Yeah.
If it's the Cowboys out there and we got to go play. I mean, we want to play. And it's not fair to your seniors, and we know it's a tremendous task. Obviously a 5A semifinalist last year, and one of the top 3 or 4 teams in 5A this year, and going to be a tremendous challenge. But like I told our kids, regardless of what happens, we're going out there to win the football game, compete, and get after it, and win or lose, we're going to come out of this thing better for it. And seeing speed and seeing the spread and seeing the good defense is what we want, and we want to prepare ourselves for a late run in December, and we think that gives us a good chance to do that. So, we didn't call Camden and beg them to come up here or anything. It was either them, Malvern, or sit at home and not play.
Right.
So.
Well, that's pretty good. What can we expect from y'all this week against Fairview?
I think what you're going to see is, like I said, as we said earlier, a little banged up, but that's to be expected after a big rivalry game. You're going to see our kids get after it, and fight. And defensively, our defense has a tremendous challenge. They got a ton of speed on the field. And quite a few starters returning on the offensive side. Defensively, they're, a very good football team, fly to the football. And, I talked to El Dorado's head coach last week, and he said, every one of their offensive linemen attended a summer camp this year and got offered on the spot by, UAM. So it tells you, right there that they're pretty good, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. So moving away, I guess, from football, what's something you like to do outside of football, outside of school, Coach?
Man, I love to crappie fish. That's probably became my more favorite thing to do. Got some good buddies, a couple of them here on staff, but a couple guys in town that we fish. We have a good time. Like to play golf during the spring. Don't get to do it as much anymore, but those 2 things would probably be my favorite things to do for me. But the older I get, the more I like just sitting at home and being at home with my family.
Right.
I don't like to get out much. I like to just stay home, and I don't, we have a big family on both sides, and there's always something going on, and I'd just rather stay at home, be with my wife and kid, and turn on some TV, whatever it may be, and cook something. That's what I like to do.
Right. Well, that sounds pretty good. That's not a bad bad plan. I like doing that myself.
Yeah.
We'll get you out of here with this one so you can head home. And what's something you would say to a younger kid, Coach, that wants to be a Bearcat?
Man, I'd say that it's not easy. I guess that's a lot of people will sugarcoat it, and they want you to be a part of the program, and we want everybody to be a part of the program. But it's not easy, and it's not always fun. But you guys know, you've gone through it. Practices are not always fun, but the relationships you build and the things you get to experience are second to none here, and it just it never, it's unbelievable, really, what you get to experience and be a part of here. And I tell all the younger kids to try it, and just if you want to be a Bearcat, and there's always a place for you here to be a Bearcat. But sometimes it ain't gonna be easy, but I guarantee you it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So in the long run, so and from what I see, we got a bunch of younger ones that really like it. So we're looking forward to the future here. Got a lot of good elementary kids come over to the pep rally all the time, man. See those guys get fired up. That's what it's all about. So excited about just what Boonville is, what it has been, what it always will be. So
Right.
that's what I'd tell them. Just give it a try, man. Give it a try.
Yeah. Never hurts.
That's right.
Folks, I guess that'll do it for week 2. Coach Crowley,
Oh, man.
thank
Thanks,
you, sir.
bro. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Remember, folks, as always, it's a great day to be a Bearcat. Hey, come out Friday, support these guys, help them go 2-0. Got Class 5A Camden coming to town.